you say we can get moving? It's what, 6 o'clock?
5:58 I have.
All right, let's say a prayer. Lord, we thank you for another day here. Thank you for all the accomplishments we made to this point. Thank you for moving forward with our sewage project, being as though it's almost done. We thank you for all the joys in life. Bless all the people here that's in the council that made a lot of this stuff happen. Bless all the people in the town of Piedmont and everyone, all the workers in Piedmont. Amen. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think it's good, yeah.
Who knows how to work this thing? Here we go. Go ahead.
Turn it around.
Turn around. Turn around.
Yeah.
It's been forever since I used one of these.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that's on the record.
Very good.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on.
All right. You got play down too.
Yes, yeah, too.
Oh, okay. All right. We're now in session. And the regular meeting is now open. Citizens' complaints and remarks. Who we got on the
I'm the only one signed up, you don't have to get.
Okay.
Danny Powers, I just had a couple questions about the barber shop property. I was just curious, did you guys actually sign off on that deed and take possession of that yet?
No.
Oh,
It's going through the lawyer.
oh, okay, good, good. And I'm just guessing, are you getting it inspected too? That's the only other question I had. Because you are taking on the, you know, the exterior maintenance of it, I think.
Well, there's some things in the deed that doesn't really speculate a whole lot of exterior maintenance. The deed's gonna say that we maintain it in a suitable fashion, but we don't have to go put new siding on it and everything else. It's stated in, it hasn't been written yet, so.
Because most of it's brick.
Huh?
A lot of it's brick, it's not
Yeah,
siding.
but you can put stuff in the deed, not have stuff in the deed, and they expect you to put siding on it. So
Oh, I see.
there's speculations in there that we can maintain it in a proper condition. Well, there's gotta be. It hasn't been yet. So as of probably what, Friday, Friday's when the lawyer's gonna have everything drawn up.
Okay, I was just curious where that was at.
Yep.
That was all I had.
As far as having it inspected, it might be a good idea, but I'm not sure if we will or not, depending on the advice of the lawyer.
Okay, well, we'll wait for that then. Thanks.
Yeah. All right, nobody else is in here, is there? Okay, minutes from the previous meeting. Everyone read the minutes from the previous meeting.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes as written from the last meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, meeting's accepted, the minutes are accepted. Next thing on the agenda is the correspondence. Does anyone have any correspondence they'd like to share? I do, but it's on down the line on our agenda. Nothing? Okay. Officers' reports. Start with you today, Dawn.
I don't have anything.
Rick?
I don't have much other than we've done some blacktopping throughout town, couple holes here and there. We got a few more that we're trying to work on, got a couple other odds and ends. But other than that, that's about it. T.I., do you got anything?
No, pretty much it, Rick. Just had a meeting with DEP today and went over the sewer project that was completed and everything. Spent some time with him, Steve Buchanan and myself.
Okay. That all go well?
Yeah.
Okay. Susie?
The only thing I have, I just wanna remind everybody about trunk or treat, Tuesday from 6 to 8. We still need, if people wanna donate, they can drop off here or the pit stop, and asking people to come out and decorate their cars and hand out candy.
This is gonna be over there in the parking lot, right?
Yeah.
Any kind of candy you need? Any special?
Okay.
We have a donation.
Yeah, we don't make food.
Susan, yeah, we did get one donation, those
Like
Snapple
years
things
ago,
up
it was
there.
in
Okay,
Candy
good.
corns, you know, I don't know about anymore.
Alright, Paula?
Since the last meeting, we had the kids from Dave caring and sharing, and they went over and did all the rest of the stuff at the pool, put all the stuff away. This Saturday, we had the kids from WVU, they painted the curbs from all the Main Street and the handicap as much as they could around the whole downtown.
Yeah, they done a good job.
We had 4 students and 2 two of the one student's parents and me painting all that. We painted from 11 to 3. Got it done.
And I think you did a fine job.
Yes, you
Me
did.
too.
Anything that can help the town, I think is a good thing, and those guys did a lot.
And like, a lot of people stopped us while we were doing it, complimenting the kids. They couldn't believe how nice everybody in town was. Benji Twyman told me if we wanted to get the ones in the hill and stuff done, wait for like another month or 2 weeks or so, and he could bring his kids up and they could do select
Good,
areas.
because that'll give us some time to get a couple areas cleaned up that needs
Yeah.
done, that we haven't gotten done, but we need to get
Yeah,
them.
but he said
we
he's
need to
got
get
them
done.
kids that could do that too. He could make that a project, so you having that done makes other people want to volunteer, so that worked out good.
Okay.
And I still haven't heard back from what the final date when they're gonna install the playground equipment, but I'm still waiting on Aaron to call me back. Patty Coleman was supposed to be here tonight, her daughter just had a baby though, and she wanted to know if she would be able to do the inserts for one of the children again this year in the water bills like she did last year.
Well, I see no reason why she couldn't, but Vicky generally does a lot of that, but we can do it too.
I think did she come down and fold them last year?
I thought she was going to.
Yeah, I believe she did.
Yeah. She had them all folded, ready to put in. If not, I can come up and help that day, but she just told me to ask if she could have that done, because that got to a lot of the residents in town that got them good donations last year.
Well, it's a shame that we don't even have money to buy paint with until it comes almost winter time. But maybe next year it's gonna be a little bit better. But you always gotta hope for the best.
A little at a time.
Yeah, that's what
Room wasn't built today.
No, like I said, as long as it don't up our postage.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Did Robbie come in?
Yes.
Police report.
Robbie.
So you go back out?
I think he's in his office.
It's funny, those people that was here Saturday, it was the 4 students. The 2 were parents of his name's Tyler. They were going to Morgantown to visit him. He said, if you want to visit me, you gotta come to Piedmont and paint curbs. So his parents came. It's a heck of a thing to have to come to visit your son and work.
Police report?
I don't really have too much, just doing the same. I missed some people this morning trying to hit the bus stop, so I'll do it again in the morning. See if we can't settle them down a little bit. I'll get together with Miss Susie there and she can give me a better idea. So, but other than that, everything else is going okay. And oh, I got my thing back on that one grant thing. It says I didn't enter enough stuff.
For the,
Yeah, something about for your, it was a lady, something about
yeah, city friend.
showing that you're tax exempt and all that kind of stuff. And I sent what stuff was there. I don't know what she was talking about. I don't know of any police department that does work for financial gain, do they? I've never heard of it.
I got one in the library. So
Yeah.
I said something else and I sent it and they said it was good.
But Kira did have a stroke or whatever, but she's still finding dope. So 16 years, 5 months, and 24 days old, and she's still circling cars. She leans a little to the right, but she's still showing me where stuff's at. So as long as she's doing that, I was hoping maybe that if I got something on that grant, we'd try to go ahead and get another canine with it, and then that way we'd be ahead on everything. Of course, you know.
How much you getting back from Reeves? Oh, you pinpointed that for something else. They might still look.
Yeah, but I could maybe try to swing something too. We'll see how it goes.
Send that, so let me read that, maybe if we send that in anyway, maybe they'll, since they already got the application. Show me
For
what.
that win for? Yeah, I got the email. I'll show it to you. For Miss Friend, yeah.
That reminded me, I got one put in for the pool for that, for $2,000.
Yeah, and I'm working on one that has to be in by the 17th of this month. But it's not for this, it's trying to get the fire hydrants and things painted, and a couple of them updated so we don't have to pay such an astronomical amount of money for repairs on them three antiques we got. So that's,
Maybe some flags too.
Well, and then in the housing said they were going to go ahead and try to do at least the fire hydrants and maybe the handicapped areas. They said that one long curb, well, you know, that one long curb they got up there takes about a day. So, but I talked to them and I explained to them, because there's some parking issues up there. You know, I get a little at you on some of that because some of that property where they have their parking is, I don't know that it's enforceable by me. You know, we've towed a few of them out of there, so I make sure everything's okay and people are notified. But there's a few that are parked there that need to get moved. And so when I stopped there and talked to him about that, I explained to him about the group you had down here, and he said, "Oh, could he get it for us?" I said, "They're gone." I said, "They had that all set up, so they'll take care of that."
well, I do have to compliment Paula because she took the bull by the horns on that.
Better believe it. Yep.
I was supposed to, but I kind of.
Did you see the bus in town?
Yeah, it was right here, the big WVU bus back here.
Is it?
Yeah. You come down through town, ride around, it was sort of like a sore thumb stuck out there, all the painting they did. It looked good.
Oh.
Okay, you
They
got.
go to, they call and say, "Where, you have a place we can park the bus?" I said, "What kind of a bus?" "The WVU bus." I went,
For 4 kids?
huh? Oh, no, they had a bunch of kids they dropped off in Kaiser.
Oh.
They pick a county. This group, they're called SGA, I don't know what that stands for. But they pick a county and they go out and volunteer. And Mineral County was this time, so they dropped a lot of students in Kaiser, and Potomac State college students are actually WVU. So they brought these up here. It was parked right here,
Right in the
right beside the city building, but when it come by the city building, I mean, the library, everybody's going, "Oh my God, what's that bus doing in town?"
And they came back to the
It
store
was
and we were like,
huge.
I bet they're lost.
I'm staying at the industry going,
Okay, anything else? Yes, Roby's done. All right, next thing is unfinished business. As we discussed last time, this wasn't on the agenda to vote on it, but it's Christian Heritage Week is from the 19th to the 25th of November. And this stuff has to be voted on tonight on whether we do the Christian Heritage Week, which I think we should. but it has to be signed off and sent back into the mayoral proclamation in harmony with the Christian Heritage Week in West Virginia.
I'll make a motion that we do participate in the Christian Heritage Week.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, I will start out and deliver these to the churches in town and let them know what's going on, and we'll sign off on this this dossier, or whatever you want to call it, for Governor Justice. Okay, next thing on the agenda is the banking change to M&T. Can we discuss that without Vicky giving us a statement?
I have a printout if you need it.
Do you know the whole details on it?
No, not really.
Does Vicky even know the whole details?
She's been over there a couple of times asking when we would bring things up, like fees that they were charging, and I did find out that one fee that they said they didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was $49, and it started August, September, and then I just seen it on there again today. So I called, and the manager actually did some digging, because Vicky said all they told her was that they had no idea that was something we authorized. And I said, no, it's not. Right on there it says First United Banking Act, ACH. I said, we are not doing that. And here it is called, what's on that sticky?
Which one?
The one that I wrote, treasurer's
Treasury fee, yeah.
treasury fee. Because of, I guess, opening those last 3 accounts, the security deposits and the police account and the rainy day. From opening them, then that took us over, but that fee had been waived before. But since those 3 had been added, it kicked it back into effect. But he said he is going to take care of it. Whether that means a refund of the 3 months that I found it, or whether he means he's just gonna uncheck it and not charge it anymore, I don't know yet.
Well, I don't know if we should do anything about this tonight, or take a vote on it, or should you,
Probably not without Vicky, I don't.
I'd say we
She's the
table
one
this
that's been
and
doing it.
put that on the next agenda
Okay.
too. Okay, next thing is the housing ordinance 63 and 63A, the 3rd reading and publication in the newspaper on October the 18th, 2017.
We had the first and second reading. It was published in the paper on the 18th, as well as our Facebook page. So we're gonna have our public hearing, and our 3rd and final reading is gonna be November the 8th at 5:15.
Is that our next meeting?
Yeah. 5:15, because we have our draft reading
Draft.
at 5:30. Okay.
Okay. All right. Next thing is new business. Tri-Town's Christmas parade forms. We'd like to look at them a little bit.
We have them, there's only one been filled out, but I didn't know whether you guys needed to like take some to the store. I mean, I don't know how to distribute them or how to let people know they're here and they have to fill one out.
Well, we could,
Put that in the newsletter, going out,
well,
in the
we
water
don't
bill.
make it November. Don't put it on our Facebook page, and then usually Westport does a good job of advertising that.
Well, that's who dropped these off,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't know whether you all did anything with them or not.
Does the city have one called City of Piedmont Facebook? Because I never find one just for the city. I found other people, I mean, what is the Facebook that is on? Is it
I
say
just
City of
started it.
Piedmont? Oh, you just,
Yes.
okay, because I was gonna say before, you could, other people had Eye on Piedmont,
No,
Better
so
Piedmont.
this is just
Oh,
City of Piedmont.
okay, good, that's good.
Doesn't have a whole lot on it right now,
But
but
it's good it started because, you know, I couldn't figure out what was going on with the city before. Should have checked around everybody else's.
Okay, next thing is, the P cards for state from West Virginia. Have it's a state government purchasing card program. You all have a copy of it. Look it over there, come down to the 2.17. There's a lot of other things that's involved in here too, but it's a credit card issued in the name of the individual employee of the state of West Virginia for official use only. I don't like the idea of putting a card in everyone's name here, so we need to just put one card in the city if we decide to adopt this in this city building here, and if they need fuel or whatever, they can come in and get it.
One card or two
Don't
cards?
we already have a card for fuel?
Yes, we do, but this is if you read through that thing in there, it's actually a good bit of money back. Carrie, would you want to elaborate a little bit?
we found this out about this in Martinsburg when we was at that seminar last Wednesday. And the gentleman that, you know, is ahead of this was there, and he gave us his card, and he said he'd be willing to come and talk at a council meeting so you could understand it better. But basically, it's a card just for West Virginia municipalities and West Virginia employees. But you do get cash back with for every time that you use it. Not cash back, but I mean, what do you call them?
The tax incentive on the
Yeah.
gallon of fuel is taken off, like.
Yeah, and the tax would be taken off of purchases. But it's a certain card, and it does have the West Virginia, symbol on it.
This is just for government use, right? Official use for the town, or is
It's
this
a
like
state government
Yeah.
purchasing card.
Okay.
What are you talking about? P card?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get in on it. I had one was in the sheriff's office. I don't know if you remember a long time ago, get you going back when they first came out, that was when, not Mr. Carr, the mayor originally now, but the one that was prior to him a few years back, did it wrong and got in a lot of trouble over it. Do you remember that? He went to Charleston and did some other things or whatever like that, didn't use it right. It'll catch you if you're using it wrong, it'll come back to grab you. You know what I mean?
That's why he said
So,
that he would come.
they'll explain it, yeah,
Explain it.
there's a class you can go through, they had us go through classes and taught you how and when you could use them, that way then you sign off, that way if you're an employee with that agency or something, you sign off that you're only gonna use it for this certain stuff that it's recommended for. But it does save you stuff, we had to do our uniforms down there, is how we did it, like our uniform allowance through the sheriff's department, it all went through our P card because it was an incentive, there was a save back through it. Somehow with the county.
Well, that could be a good thing, if you misuse it and you get caught, good.
Oh yeah,
for you.
you're done. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a good thing. But, again, I don't know if we would like to contact these people and have them come in and tell us about this before we vote to do this, or what you all wanna do, but
I'd like to know a
it's
little
on
more
the-
about it before I go voting on it. Because what I've read so far, it don't sound too bad, but, if it gets you in some trouble like Rob is saying,
Well, but and like I said, but you got to be not thinking or doing it, and not what so like purposely doing it,
Okay.
But they came in and gave us a little class on it, because there's a lot more members. There's a lot more members. Like there was like 11 in the sheriff's department. There was maintenance. There was all that throughout the whole county. They came and did
You've
that.
already dealt with it, would it be worth looking into, Robbie?
I'll tell you what. The best way to find out, a simple phone call. Probably call Lauren Ellifritz with the county commission office down there, Lauren, and she can probably direct you on how how it's went with them. I mean, that would be a good person to check with. Because, you know, in her office is the billing lady, you know what I mean? Payroll and billing and stuff like that in Lauren's office, and she can give you, she would be able to give you, and you talk to her a lot, Ben, you know, you could probably, you know, Lauren, and, you know, she give you a good idea on it. I'd recommend she'd be a good person to talk to for it.
Well, the way I look at things, if you do things right, you're not gonna get in trouble. If you try to do things wrong, you are. And
Yeah.
if someone's misusing the card, they need to be in trouble.
And it's not hard for it to catch. I mean, they explain it to you how things work on it. You
Well, that
know.
might
So,
be something
He said
we
you
need.
get, he said you
will it
get
save
itemized
us money?
statements for each person.
Will it save the town money?
I believe it saved the county. Like I said, that Lauren can give you a good.
I'll call Lauren.
Lauren can
Well,
give
if
you a
it'll
good
save the town,
stretch
even
on
if it
it.
saves the town $100, that's more than what we had.
Well, let's, you know, let's just kind of table this and call the guy that,
Okay.
You call the guy and I'll call Lauren.
yeah.
Carrie, I might have that card in my rear pocketbook.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing, Christmas decorations in a tree. When are we going to do it? We
Well-
have,
T.I. and myself was gonna take a ride up on Thrashers, or isn't that it, Thrashers, see if old Charlie's still kicking or not.
No, it's, shoot, Rick, I can't think of anything now. Taskers.
Taskers. And see if that tree's still up there we looked at a couple of years ago. This year maybe we'll be able to get up there a little earlier.
well, I really don't think we need anything any bigger than we had last year.
No, we don't.
No, we don't need a big one. That was nice last year.
And it was handleable. We didn't get nobody hurt or finger smashed or nothing putting it up.
It's easy to
And
decorate.
it was a, huh?
It was easy to put lights on.
Yeah, you can't climb a Christmas tree, it's not embedded in the ground, but lights. So, what do y'all think? We do manage to have a little bit of money in our Christmas fund, Christmas light fund this year.
Yeah, and with that, I know we got the decorations on the poles, and those things are very expensive to purchase. And I don't know if you've noticed, Coney and Westernport, they've had flags up along their main street, red and green flags. I talked with Pucci over at the Legion, and he offered to let us use the poles. I priced some flags, I figured maybe 10 of each color, 10 red, 10 green, and just alternate them going up the street. For 20 of those flags, it'd be about $110. For 3x5s.
Oh, man.
I think it'll look pretty.
Oh, man.
Well, that, you know.
And that still leaves us money in there for a tree and some lights and stuff. Do we still have the lights from the last tree that we just got last year?
I don't
We
think.
got some of them.
We just throw them away?
Huh? No, we didn't throw them away. There was a couple of them that got into the limbs to the point that
No, not that
Let's
one.
get new ones.
We
they
have-
got into the limbs to the point where we couldn't get them off. We saved probably 60%.
Okay, so we have $766.99 in there, so we have money to get the flags, a tree, and some decorations, but, before you take the tree down, get with me, cause we tied those lights onto the tree so they wouldn't blow off or nobody could pull them off real easy, and we can,
Well, see, that's what happened to them though, we couldn't get them off. The wind and stuff blowing tightens your knots up, and they just then the sap from the tree, being it's drying out, it just, like it was
Just get
growing
little
into.
zip ties and.
Zip ties would be a good idea, you could cut them.
Okay, that's what we'll.
But I was wondering who did that.
That was Lindsay and I.
I was saying, last year we put
It worked good,
we
but
put the pieces of branches and a ribbon on each pole, remember? I'll do that again. I can't remember where I got the branches. Oh, I went back on Back Street now, at the bottom of our Christmas trees. So whatever you have at the bottom of yours when you're cutting it, save it for us. And we'll put the greenery and the ribbon on the poles again, that looks pretty good.
We need to purchase a couple of new decorations for the poles, the lights or so. Remember last year, we were out like 3 I think there was a total of 6 and we got 2 or 3 of them working. But, still need to see about maybe getting some, couple sets of rope lights and put on the ones that we do have, just replaced and.
Do they have the clips where you put just the regular lights in them instead of rope lights?
No.
They are rope lights in them?
Yeah, it's just rope lights, and then they have your, plastic, zip ties
Oh,
that holds it on frame, that's all it is.
well, we have plenty enough in there to get some of those.
Susie,
Well,
what did we say Monday,
We're gonna do
Start
tree
on
lighting
Christmas
again
lights.
like we did last year.
I
start in
thought,
there,
I
start
thought that
to
was
see
very
what we
nice.
got?
I
Monday
think so
sound all right
too,
to you?
but I don't have a voting.
Or do you start your vacation?
Well,
Oh.
Christmas decorations and tree, we can vote on it, all right.
Yeah, Monday.
Monday? Alright.
Well, I make a motion that we do the tree lighting, ceremony like we did last year.
I second it.
All in favor?
And it's clear.
Anyone opposed?
That got a lot of people out,
It did.
and the kids like
Good.
putting their, like I said, I had the kids from the after school, they all made decorations.
Yeah,
that's
that was
nice,
nice.
putting it-
And
last
they all
year.
come over and put their own
Yeah,
decoration
that
on the
was
tree, and that turned out real nice, and it was right before the parade started, so you had everybody downtown for the parade.
You'll probably get, Olaf and maybe Elsa this year.
Oh, yeah, that's right, we did have Olaf, pictures with
Mhm.
Olaf.
Yeah, the kids like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, anything else about the Christmas trees, decorations, or Christmas lighting ceremony?
Ben, I will see when I can get with Luke, when they're gonna make, we usually try to put the decorations up before Thanksgiving. So I know it's coming soon, so I'll see when about the use of their fork truck and everything.
Well,
We put ours up.
we can put them up, but I don't really wanna have anything lit other than to test it until
Right.
after Thanksgiving.
Right.
I mean,
So
that's
the
up to
parade.
the
The parade night.
Yeah.
parade night, yeah. Okay, anything else on that? Next thing on the agenda is, substance abuse town hall meeting. Senator Manchin's gonna be down in the Kaiser High School auditorium October 26th, which is tomorrow.
He's gonna be there?
I thought a
I
representative
thought a
thought.
representative
not.
was gonna be there.
No, it's a rep.
Well, I got an email that said he was gonna be there or a representative.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, how it goes, I don't know, probably a representative. But, the only thing I know, he was in Morgantown on this, he and myself, but Morgantown's a bigger town and means a little bit more than our tri-towns area.
Little old Kaiser.
Yeah. And he put the same thing in the letter for Morgantown also. But anyhow, it's a substance abuse, town hall meeting. It's in the Kaiser High School auditorium, October 26th at 6:30 p.m. The public is invited. And,
The 6 p.m.?
6:30. The, Mineral County Days Committee will be there for the most part. And I don't know if I'm gonna try to make it. I have a lot of things on the agenda for tomorrow. But, that's about it.
And Saturday is the day for the mummers parade, you're gonna.
12:30, yeah, lines up 12:30 and starts at 1. Over here and it goes
Goes to
up
West.
and down Maryland, yeah.
Saturday, and, I don't know how many donations Reverend Coleman got. But anyone caring to give a bit to the members' parade is more than welcome to do so.
I already did. I already did.
Did you already give it?
Yeah, I get it.
Where does he have to be able to give it to him? You go,
I was gonna call him tomorrow. I was pushing it because we're getting down to the last minute. I didn't wanna wait until Friday to give it to them, just in case they needed money to do whatever
okay, I'll give
extra.
you some after the meeting.
Okay. I'll give him a call.
Okay. Next meeting, November 8th, 2017, and it'll start at 5:15 p.m.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Anyone opposed? Wow, this was a short meeting.
Yeah, one long enough.
Like it.
That's-